Hello, kids, and welcome to Patch Stories. I'm so glad you're here. Tune in to these original stories that you're going to be hearing for the first time. So sit back and relax, follow along with all the silly illustrations and animations, and let's have an awesome time together. Do you know what self-care is? Do you know what it means to spend time alone? I'm sure you've heard of that. I'm sure you've even heard of mommy needs some me time or mommy needs to rest. I'm sure you heard those phrases before. Well, here is a little story to help you understand it further. It's called I Show I Can Share by Helping Mommy Have Self-Care by Marie Abron. This story is sure to help you be able to understand that everyone needs a little bit of time to themselves. Let's read it. I said, "Mommy, I love you," as we sat and hugged. Hey, here comes Daddy giving Mommy a hug and saying, "You're my favorite girl, my love." Mommy worked so hard even when I was in her tummy. I wonder if Mommy needs anything. I'll give her my piece of Daddy's pie. It's yummy. Daddy said, "We're going to the store." I said, "Hurry, Mommy, so we can race to the car." I grabbed my coat, excited because we will buy all the things needed for a root beer float. Here, don't forget the grocery tote. Oh no, Mommy's not coming, said Daddy. She's leaving for a few hours. I got upset because I wanted her to pick out her favorite flowers. Oh, look at his face. He's upset. You've ever been upset? Especially something like going to the store. I loved going to the store when I was little, so I can imagine how he feels. What about you? Well, let's finish reading. There, little one, Daddy said. Mommy needs a little time alone. They call that self-care. Like maybe someone doing her hair, or taking herself out to eat, taking a walk, reading a book, or maybe she will do nothing at all, just relax to be off her feet. We all need some time alone, especially parents. Parents are helping their children be the next grown-ups in the world. Helping someone find the time to take care of themselves, as simple as being alone eating ice cream on a cone, is an excellent way to be an awesome sharer now and even when you're grown. That's so true. Growing and being able to share, that's an awesome thing. Let's keep reading. Let me think about this. So it's like in school when we have a long time reading books. My teacher says I always enjoy that time. She gives us snacks that she even cooks. Well, okay. Here, Mommy, let me get your coat. Here, Mommy, here's my puppy toy. I want you to have fun, but not forget your little boy. Oh, thank you, my darling. I will certainly not forget. You are making this day a perfect day that I won't regret. While Mommy was gone, I tried to help out, cleaning my room, taking out the trash, just doing all the chores with a smile and not a pout. Daddy said, "Wonderful job. Although your chores are a must, what you just did is another way to be there for people and show you care, to show a way to truly learn to share." Ding dong! The doorbell rang. Who is it? All I could hear was something like dishes going cling clang. It's Grandpa, I said with a shout. He said, "I'm coming to bake that cake I promised." Daddy smiled. "Come on in." The sound of the dishes gave me no doubt. Grandpa and I talked all afternoon while Daddy took a quick nap. I said, "Grandpa, I love you, but I must be honest, I only like your cake, not those cookies called ginger snap." Grandpa laughed and said, "It's okay. But do you know what I like most about the things we bake? I love that it's just me and you spending time together while your parents take a break. Parents need time to energize, so that's what grandparents are for. I looked up at Grandpa and said, but what happens if a kid only has a mommy and no daddy, or a daddy and no mommy? Or what if they don't have grandparents anymore? Then that's when you kids come in and do the best you can with sharing your parents with themselves. I know that sounds silly to say, but thinking about it as sharing makes it easier for them to refresh and truly get that break. Remember, all relationships in life are about giving more, even though we always take. So why don't you think of some ways to help the ones that take care of you? I know you would think of something because you're smart. When Grandpa left, I ran to my room and made and cut out a paper heart. I wrote these words down on it and said, I show I can share by helping, and that's doing my part. I started to miss Mommy, and her self-care time came and went. But wait, what's that I smell coming through the vent? I ran downstairs and yay, Mommy's home, and dinner is the scent. They're getting ready for dinner. What's your favorite dinner? I'm sure you love sharing and helping cooking it. Let's continue. So I hugged Mommy and I stood in front of Daddy to give them both the gift I made, saying, here, look at my art. Look at what it says. I show I can share by helping, and that's doing my part. Mommy and Daddy, please take this and remember that you are always in my heart. Aw, thank you, sweetie, they said together, giving me a big hug. Then I turned to Daddy and said, now it's your turn to have a self-care day, and me and Mommy will play. Daddy laughed and said, well, okay there, buddy. You just wait and stay tuned. But for now, let's finish our imaginary rocket ship so we can take off to the moon. The end. Oh, I love that story, don't you? It's so wonderful to be able to help the adults in your life have self-care, isn't it? And like the dad mentioned to his son, it can be as simple as doing nothing at all. Sometimes you just need to let your parents rest. That's the most important thing, because when they're rested, they can take better care of you. Oh, I'm so glad you shared this story with me, and I hope you can think of ways to be able to help your parents or your grandparents or your guardians, whoever it is that takes fantastic care of you. I hope you can think of a way to be able to just make the load a little lighter. I enjoyed our time and continue to read more and more books. I love these little story times we have together. So for now, take care and hey, happy reading.